Hello and welcome back to Banished! Ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be part 12 of our Banished Let's Play. This, of course, is the beautiful town of Yonkers, with its population of 480 something. My mouse is being really weird. There we go, let's fix that. 489 is the population of Yonkers. Not bad. We do only have one laborer, though. We do only have no laborers, though. So, that's worrying. The population has done this before. We have had situations where the population has declined. So, what I'm gonna do is pull a few people out of the mines, and by a few, I mean 10 people out of the mines. And we'll replace a gatherer there, and we'll make sure everything else is functioning as intended. Obviously, the, recent addition to this area of Yonkers was the Foresters Lodges, or the Forester Lodges, Foresters Lodges, the Lodges for the Foresters. This guy can get lost. And the point of those is quite simple. Basically to add a bunch of trees into these various areas to make the area look nicer. So hopefully that's going to happen. He doesn't seem to be building in these, putting trees in these spaces here, though. So I don't think that's a thing that can actually happen. But that's no big deal. I will say, I'm ever so slightly concerned about the fact that we're not getting as many laborers as we were at one point. The population is definitely sort of declining a little bit. I mean, admittedly, it will recover. We have 3 schools in Yonkers. We have 52 students. If I really wanted a whole bunch of laborers, if I really do run into a situation where I need them, I can close one of the schools, such as this one, and dump those 20 students out as laborers, which honestly is a thing I might do anyway, because I could use the laborers. So we've done it before, we're going to do it again. There we go, we're up to 14 laborers, which is a better situation to be in, I think. I'm not going to throw them back in the mines, though. That's not a thing I'm going to do, because that kind of defeats the point of having those laborers. I want them so they're available to replace people when they keel over. I kind of need everything to be functioning as best as it can. So that's the plan there. I did also see a comment recently that was basically saying, hey, you can have up to 66 chickens in a pasture. When you get to 67, what's going to happen is the herdsman is going to go ahead and, well, basically kill that one extra chicken. But what I could do is go ahead and say, you know, knock the limit down to say 30. And we're going to see a lot of chickens get killed there, but that is going to give us some food, which is actually a thing I'd like. So we're going to go ahead and end up killing a bunch of those chickens, which is fine, I suppose. We're going to kill a bunch of those chickens. I'm also going to do the same with some of the sheep. We're going to kill a few of those. I don't know if you actually get... I think you get leather from killing the sheep. I know you do get food. Anyway, you get mutton from killing sheep, right? Yeah, you do get some mutton. So that's going to give us a little bit of food there as well, which I think is going to be a reasonable enough thing to do. So let's have a little look at the chickens and see how that's going. I imagine there's still 67 of them. Is it just me, or can we not kill them quick enough? It seems like we can't kill them quick enough. We're at 68 chickens. I'm just gonna watch this for a second. We're at 68 chickens. We're at 67 chickens. And then I realize, okay, 60, it was very, it's 69. Oh, these chickens are just not having it. The chickens are not having it, are they? They're having nothing to do with it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that herdsman to do his job for a while. I think the chickens might have the upper hand there, but I'm not gonna poke fun. Let's go ahead and increase the limit on this then to 15, and increase the limit on you up to 20 again. And that's that sorted. A herdsman died. Yeah, one of the herdsmen did die. I wonder if it was this one. I wonder if the chickens killed him. Is that what... Oh, we're down to 52. Okay, now things are getting a little bit efficient here. Okay. Fair enough. So we should have a bunch of chicken. Let's just take that back up to 66. And if we have a look in here, or somewhere, where would the chicken be getting stored? I have no idea. Doesn't matter. Everything's fine. Corn seeds, wheat seeds, not interested. Get lost, buddy. What's going on this way? Oh, wow, we've got 77 kids. Nomads have arrived at the town hall as well. How many? I wish you could see specific... 43. I'm going to take them in. Because that's just put me up to 30 laborers, which is actually something I kind of want. And obviously those guys aren't necessarily... Actually, I think they are all in homes, aren't they? A lot of them are living in here. Quite a lot of them living in there. But that has boosted my population a little bit. That's probably going to bring with it a disease or two. If we're honest. Because that happens pretty much every time I bring in a big group of nomads. But I think we'll manage. I do think we'll manage. I do think it might also be an idea to go ahead and get some more farms over this way. Just to make sure that we're okay. So if I do that kind of thing and I go 15, that was 16, that was actually perfect. I go 15, I go like that, and I go like that. I can get a little farm in there. We've got over 100 children right now. That's a lot of children. That's an alarming number of children. But that's a lot of potential workforce at some point, and that's my hope. That they will actually be a reasonable workforce. I guess we'll find out. I'll tell you what I'm also going to do. I'm going to throw a couple of stone houses up this way. So that some farmers can live up here. And not be too far away from where they work. The hope there, of course, is that that's going to improve productivity ever so slightly. I could also throw a forester's lodge back here. And give some of those guys some jobs. Planting some trees. And making the area look a little bit more beautiful. So hopefully that'll get done. We don't have any builders. Let's go up to 6 builders. And sort of keep that there. There we go. There's an outbreak of... diphtheria? There is an outbreak of something. This fella better get to a hospital nice and quickly. Otherwise, we're gonna fall out, buddy. Is what we're gonna do. So you are the only person with it. Were you sneezing on anything? You know what? I think we might be in a... Wow, that actually went away really quickly. Look at us having decent medicine. That was unexpected. Have you guys harvested? I think you guys have harvested already, haven't you? Some pretty good harvesting going on over here, actually, which is really good news. We could do with another farm out here. I wonder if I should do a pasture. Because I could maybe get one. I could get like a little one like that. A little 17 by 9 pasture. Could look alright. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get a little 17 by 9 pasture back there. Do a little path down the side of it as well. There we go. That should be fine. We're going to make this area look kind of beautiful. And, well, hopefully it's actually going to look kind of beautiful. We do need a couple more farmers there. So, we're also going to need some... Once this is built, we're going to need a few more foresters too. There we go. So let's go up to 32 foresters. And we might want to get a couple more, like another home out here. We can get one more, so let's do it. There we go. This area actually looks really nice. I wonder if I could get a little pathway that comes back and forth here. That might be an idea. Let's see. Would it be a tunnel? Like, would they need a tunnel? They actually could. They could have a tunnel. Okay. We'll get a little tunnel there. We'll go ahead and run a stone path the whole way along there. And we'll run a stone path through to there as well. So that should be good. It's going to be another little connection for that northern space. Connecting all of the farms together. I definitely don't have as many laborers as I'd really like right now, but that's okay. I think that's okay. I guess we'll see. Well, technically I do have a lot of laborers because all my farmers aren't currently working. But, they aren't really supposed to be, is the thing. Do I want more sheep or more chickens? I guess chickens? I guess we'll get, like, chickens up this way. We can have 25 of them. Let's go ahead and get another herdsman. And let's split that herd of chickens. I think we did just send 25 of them. Where are they? I want to see 25 chickens running. Oh, there they go. There they go. They're off to their new home. Through the... Of course. Of course. I forgot that animals in this game don't really care for water. They don't believe in it. And then they're going through the tunnel. Oh god, that just looks... That's the best thing. That really is just the best thing. This area is being tended to quite nicely, which is good. A whole bunch of trees going up around there. It's going to make it look really pretty. I'm thinking I might eventually do similar in these areas to get trees around all of these farms. And I could do similar down here to start surrounding the town a little bit. But whatever. That's no big deal. We'll do that eventually once we have more laborers. We do, admittedly, have fewer children than we did because a lot of them are working. A lot of them are going to school. The schools are actually full now, so all of the kids are going to be winding up as laborers. Now, these guys here are also a little bit cold, which is kind of alarming. So let me put a little stockpile in there. And let me get a couple of little stockpiles around the place elsewhere. Because it might be an idea to get a woodcutter's hut out here. Because there isn't one anywhere nearby, and it probably would end up servicing a lot of the people in this area. So I think a couple of little stockpiles around the place are going to be a good idea. Just like that, and we'll get a little one just there as well. And yeah, I think a woodcutter out here could be a fairly smart move. So let's just throw one like there. I guess. Yeah, we'll throw one there. We'll get that built eventually. We'll set some people to work in there, and we can have a bunch of chopped wood nearby. A bunch of firewood for all these people. Get a little bit of storage going on there as well. And a little bit of storage going on. Oh, I can't actually do that. That's a shame. Alright. Well, I can do that. And I can do that. There we go. So that'll be plenty of storage for firewood and just generally any wood that is chopped. And this area is actually... These trees are growing up real quick. And they actually do make the area look a bit better as well, which is really nice. I was hoping it might look a little bit silly, but no, I like it. I also realized if I was to go ahead and say that I wanted rid of that pathway and that pathway, I could actually have some trees in the middle of this little area. So that's totally a thing we're going to do. And hopefully we'll see some trees pop up at some point. Because I'm pretty sure one of these guys has coverage. This guy does. Not right at the, not at the end, but he has enough coverage. There we go. There's already a tree in there. Good. That's exactly what I want to see. Is the woodcutter built? No, not yet. That's fine, though. It's very close to being done. If they would just, they'd just hurry up, that'd be great. There we go. So we are going to need a 5th woodcutter. And hopefully we'll see a decent amount of firewood get produced out this way. Especially with having these, the foresters nearby. And especially with this one right here. Like, this guy's going to do a good job for the woodcutter. Once these trees start growing, of course, which is going to take a little while, but once it happens, it's going to be good. It's definitely going to be good. I mean, this area is looking alright. This little area over here has got some trees too. Oh, I've just realized it's late summer. You guys are all doing your harvesting, aren't you? And we just got a couple of laborers as well. A whole bunch of laborers, in fact. Good. It's exactly what I want to be seeing. 388 adults is very good news. Those nomads really... I don't know. I've not necessarily been like anti-nomad at any point through this this run with Yonkers. But I have always been slightly skeptical and always slightly wary because I have seen comments here and there. They're like, "Oh, don't get nomads. They bring diseases." And yeah, I mean, they did. They have every time brought some diseases with them. But we've managed to treat it every time as well. Like, we've never had an outbreak that hasn't been treated. I think we lost a couple of people to yellow fever. But for the most part, we survived. Like, the majority survived. We lived on. And every time we've brought nomads in as well, the population's had a nice boom. Admittedly, you know, at the moment we are suffering because we don't have enough firewood, but hopefully we can come back from that. We have enough wood. I think we do just need more wood cutters. And I think it might be an idea to put some of those wood cutters down by this area where there is actually a lot of wood. So that might be a plan. We could throw a woodcutter just in here. Or somewhere around there. Can I get one anywhere? No, not really. Can I get one over here? I think yeah, I can get one there. Which I think I will do, because I think having a woodcutter in this space might be good, because there is some space over here for the firewood. And, you know, woodcutters are jobs that I think we do need more of anyway. So we'll get that stockpiled there. We could probably throw a stockpile into here as well. So just like that. And this is getting built nice and quickly. We're up to 19 laborers. Good. That is what I want to see. It's absolutely what I want to see. Up to 21 laborers. Jesus. Okay, the population's growing real nicely. That's good. Can we get this built though? Like, seriously, don't take your time on this. Don't start taking your time on this nonsense. Let's get this built, because we need more firewood. We are actually alarmingly low on firewood, considering it's the height of winter. So, yeah, we definitely need more woodcutters. I think this might actually be something that I can admit I've been slightly neglecting. And slightly might be generous. Slightly neglecting might be a very generous way of putting it. So let's hope that we can come back from this. Actually, what I can do is go to here and say that you are going to drop down to, I believe, 625. Actually, no, let's do 1,250. Because that's going to be enough to get me 2 different types of seed, which means we can dump a bunch of the firewood from the trading post back into the various stockpiles in the town, which means people are going to be able to be nice and warm, which is excellent, excellent news. I also want to point out it's early spring and we have above 50,000 food. So that's great. That's exactly what I want to be seeing. Why does it seem like my woodcutters aren't doing an amazing job? Actually, I take that back. This one's doing a pretty decent job. The one over here, not so much, but I think that might be because they have to go so far to, actually get wood at this point. Hold on a minute. Was that a labor? Are you a laborer? You're a forester. Why did it look like you were in there? I have no idea. That's kind of strange. That is definitely kind of strange. Population is 400. 100 more adults and we can call it a day with Yonkers. We have the potential to get that 100 adults. We have 59 students. We have I mean, you know, if I was to go and close all my schools, I'd be so close to that. But I feel like that's kind of cheating. I feel like closing my 3 schools to give a boost of 58 laborers is maybe a little bit low. Let's see. Do you have firewood on yet? No, that's my firewood. What have you got? Cattle. Cattle? Oh! Oh, give me 2 of those. And then give me like, what, 625. How much would that be? I'm overpaying by 900 units. You can give me another one then. There we go. I'll take 3 cattle. Alright, I've made the trade. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna head up this way. Actually, maybe we're not. We have 25 chickens. Here's what we're gonna do. These chickens over here in the big farm are going away. We don't need 66 of them anyway. So I want to switch you. I want to kill those chickens. I want to kill all of them if you don't mind. Because I'd like to put cattle in there. That's kind of what I want to do. How do I tell this to empty? They need somewhere else to go, don't they? Okay, maybe we just build a new one. So it can't empty because I assume they have nowhere else to go. So we need another big farm, is what that's. Another big pasture. I reckon back here is the space for it. So let's go here. Why don't I just put the cattle back here? That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? So 20 by 20. Let's get that built as quick as we can so I can put my cattle back there. Because that's obviously going to be the plan. This firewood's looking a little better. It's still low for the time of year. You are... I don't know what you're really doing. There is a bit of firewood there, but that's probably not enough. Oh wow, we just got a massive amount of laborers through there. Jesus. Up to 29 laborers. I assume a bunch of kids couldn't get into school, so immediately went out to work. 31 labor. Jesus. Okay. Are they going to work on this? Because it doesn't seem like they're doing a very good job. Seems like they're slacking off and taking their time. Laborer implies that you're going to do some hard labor. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I'm slightly disappointed in my laborers. They're doing a pretty poor job, if I do say so myself. Now let's see. We're back up to 502 firewood. I think another woodcutter might be in order. Especially with the amount of wood just lying around in a lot of these areas. So let's grab another one and see if I can throw it in somewhere. I could throw it over here because there's a lot of wood just sat there. So what I could do... A lot of wood there as well. I wish I could get it there. That would be a nice spot. I can get it there, though. That'll do. We'll throw a woodcutter there. Right amongst the trees. We'll bring a little pathway along the front of them as well. There we go. So that should be fine. We'll get that built. That pasture's taking its time. We have just had a pretty hefty harvest. We're about to pass 60,000 food. Last year, production was 64,000 to 55,000 consumed. This year, we are looking towards 50,000 produced and thus far 35,000 consumed. I'm hoping that number is going to significantly increase. Now this area's been cleared out. Hopefully construction's going to go nice and quickly on that woodcutter. Although that woodcutter is going to need another stockpile nearby. I could throw one out back, I suppose. But we'll see. How are we doing on this? Very nearly done. Look how quick that's going. That's ridiculous. There we go. Let's get me a 7th woodcutter. And this still is like halfway to being cleared. Well, it's over halfway to being cleared, but it's more or less halfway to being cleared. I just wish they'd go a little quicker on that one. My cattle are sat over here just doing nothing. Have you got names? No, I can't click on you. I wish they had. I wish I could click on them to see their names. I mean, in theory, I could name them myself, but I mean, I'm not really gonna be able to go. I'm not going through a herd of cattle to try and find out, you know, which one's which. Plus, they kind of. I think they are identical. Obviously, they're triplets. Oh God, no, they're not. They have to breed. They're not triplets. They're not triplets at all. They just happen to look really similar. That's all it is. That's all it is. Moving on. Moving swiftly on. This area here is almost ready for construction. 4 more things need to be removed. Then we need to bring 76 logs, and then 76 points of construction need to be done. Once that's done, we're going to be fine. Also, we just had a big death wave, which is kind of to be expected. As I've mentioned before, we built a whole bunch of houses at the same time. So if we flick through a bunch of these, some of them are going to have, like, yeah, there's a lot of, like, there's 2 22-year-olds, there's a 1-year-old, 22, 22, 22. Yeah, there's a lot of 22-year-olds at the moment. Because a lot of families went ahead and moved on at the same time, because a lot of houses were done at pretty much the same time. So that's kind of what happened there. Now, there is a trader here. What has he got for me? Sheep. Nope. Not interested. Not at all interested. Can we get this done, please? Seriously, everything's been removed at this. Why did you have to go back there? Why do you have to go back there to drop the stuff off? That seems unnecessary. Still, it's getting there. It'll be done soon. Let's see, what else is going on around here? You have... That is a not enough wool sign. And that's, I assume, not enough coal. Yeah. There's not that many stored textiles. We have a lot of clothes, but not that many textiles. We might want to look into... You know, I might clear this space out. It might be an idea, because there's not really much in there. And I can't imagine we're getting much from the hunting cabin either. So I think I'm going to clear this space out of oh, that was pausing. That's not what I wanted. I think I'm going to clear this space out of buildings completely. Just like so. And kick all those guys out of their jobs. Which means we're going to go down to 8 gatherers, 3 hunters, and 28 foresters. And then there's 2 other people that are in some position they shouldn't be. What am I missing? I'm missing something. What are you guys doing that you shouldn't be doing? Honestly, what? Oh, herbalists. Oh, we don't have herbalists in it. That explains why the healthcare is crap. We really should throw a couple of herbalist things into these areas here. So let's just throw a herbalist there. And let me throw a herbalist sort of down here as well. Get a couple of those on the go. So that we can maybe just boost the health a little bit. So we'll get those built. This area is going to be demolished. Honestly, I think this area should be cleared as well. I also realized I closed this window. I need to not do that. I don't want to click that button either. Yeah, I think removing resources in this area is, it's going to be a big job, but I want to do it because I do want to expand into that area. I will be honest, it has complete... Oh yeah, no, I want to put, I want to get a few pastures out this way. Maybe a couple of orchards as well. Because basically at this point we need more... I think we need more sheep. And having the cattle as well is going to be super useful because it means that we can get leather from those. Unfortunately, this thing's not done yet. Seriously, take your time, guys. Just take your time. It's not like the cattle are standing over there getting really bored. You know, they're just gonna stand around and wait for you. Oh no, they're not. They're gonna get bored. And they're not gonna enjoy themselves. And they're gonna be miserable, and it's gonna be on you. Please finish the building. Jesus. Get it done. How's the clearing going over here? Surprisingly quickly. I guess that happens when you have a small army of laborers moving on it, doesn't it? Let's see. Why is no one working on this? Can we increase the priority of that, please? Like, seriously, get that done. That's the only thing I care about right now. Is it being worked on? Yes, it is. Finally! That's all I wanted to say. Dysentery. There's an outbreak of oh, great. Just excellent. That's, yeah, that's not something I'm happy about. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to clear that up nice and quickly. Let's go ahead and get the cattle in there. And, we're gonna need another herdsman. Gonna need 2 more herdsmen, actually. 2 people currently have dysentery. They are both here heading to the hospital, so good. Just get to that hospital, and 4 people have dysentery. Where are you going? Why are you going fishing with dysentery? Buddy. Buddy. Go to the doctor. Apparently he's going the long way. This could be an outbreak that might be damaging. 10 people currently have dysentery. The population is higher than it's been. Actually, the population is back down to 385, despite at one point breaking... Well, no, it's not. The population's not that, but the adults are there. Yeah, we're having another small death wave. We are definitely having another... Fredo replaced Maury as a farm. Okay. Fredo. Oh god, 19 people have dysentery. 22 people have dysentery. Okay. 19. Can we please treat this? Do we have herbalists? We can have herbalists. Can we... Can we beat this disease, please? 17 people, 16 people. It's dropping. 19 people again. Okay. I think we're beating this. Yeah, we're beating this. Slowly but surely. I think we're beating this. Definitely scary. Seeing the numbers. The numbers have never been as high as that. We've never had like 22 people with any disease. Doesn't look like we are in a situation where a couple of people are dying of it. Someone died of dysentery there. But the number is dropping again, so I think we're going to be alright. I think we're going to manage. Back down to 2. Come on, go lower. It's at 3. That's fine. Back down to 2. Go to 1. That's at 3. Okay. I'm going to stop looking at it. I'm not going to pay attention to it. What are my herbalists currently doing? Herb limit of 1,000. Can we get that to be higher? Like, can I do like 10,000 herbs? That seems fair. 10,000 herbs seems good. We'll just, we'll go with that. One person currently with dysentery. Okay. How did you catch that? Were you outside, like, licking the friggin' outlet of the hospital? Is that what you were doing? It's like, oh, I want dysentery. I want to feel like part of this. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wrap my mouth around the outflow pipe of the hospital. Oh, God. Oh, that's horrible. Jesus, what is wrong with me in Banished? It's only Banished. It's literally only Banished I come up with this stuff. It's terrible. I need to not do that. I really need to not do that. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we have 2 laborers. The population is actually lower than it was. I don't like that the population of adults keeps dropping. Like, we have this big spike every now and then it just goes down again. I'm also, yeah, no one's living in there. Anyone living in there? No. How many families do we have currently? 209 for 169 homes. Okay. Ooh, this is clear finally. Okay. Right. Let me go and say clear those roads because we just don't need them right now. So clear those out completely. And I want to get a few pastures. So give me a I can do 20 by 18 there. Then I'll do whatever size this is going to be, which is going to be 20 by 16. Then 15 by 20. And we'll get those built. Then what size is this going to be? I can't do that one, that's fine. We'll do another one here, which is going to be 20 by 20. And we'll do one here, which is also going to be 20 by 20. So a couple of giant pastures there. And the road between them is going to be just there. Then it's going to come over. Oh, that worked out perfectly. Look at that. All right, so that's going to be a bunch of pastures. Some of those are going to have sheep. And what I'd also like to do is a little pathway just like this to sort of separate the pastures from some orchards, which I think we might as well get. So a little 15 by 15 orchard. And another one there. And then a 15 by 11 one just there. And a 15 by 11 one just there as well. And could I get another one? I do believe I can. 15 by 11. Alright, so that looks pretty decent. That looks fine to me. I did leave a gap between these ones. I probably shouldn't have done that, but no worries. We'll bring a little road up like this, and we'll bring a little road up like this, and done like that. And then we could bring a little road over to here and around like that. So that seems fine. And I think I'll put some storage up this way. So a couple of storage barns can go up this way. We'll do 1 and 2, and I could get one in the middle, but I'll not bother. We'll just do 2 of them there. And I think a little road going like this. And along the back of them could be a useful thing. So just around like that. And then I can put some houses in that area. We can put some stockpiles around this place as well. Not that we're necessarily going to need them, but stockpiles are always good to have anyway. So there we go. That's going to be some storage for those guys. They could probably do with some storage over here as well. So let's run that road down to there. And let's get a couple of storage barns just there and there. And a little road going behind them just like that. There we go. So that'll be good, I think. That'll hopefully be good. We can get some houses over on this side like I said we do. So let's start at the corner. And get just a few of them down this side here. We can actually get quite a few of them. We'll get 5 there. And we'll get 4 just there. And that'll be good. I think that area is going to look really interesting once it's done. It's going to take a bit of construction work to do. I'll get 2 builders on the go. We do have a low number of laborers, so what I think I'll do is take a few stone cutters. That will take 5 stone cutters out of the mine, so we can sit there on 7 laborers, so this can all get done. I didn't realize the number of laborers I had was as low as that. So this school I'm going to close and get those laborers out, because I do need more builders. Not the best tactic, a little bit of a low tactic, but it's what I'm going to go for. So those guys can go and start construction on all of that. And eventually, once we have the numbers there, we can get ourselves a whole bunch of sheep. Bunch of cattle. Speaking of cattle, how many of those do... Oh, that's not the cattle, that's the chickens. How many cattle are we currently on? 5. Okay, that's fine. They're having a great time out there, loving it. Right on the edge of the city. City? This isn't City Skylines. Right on the edge of the town. How's this? Oh, that's not where I went to be. I want to be down here. Oh man, looking at all of this is ridiculous. Look, I've never had an area this big in Banished. I've never managed to do this, and I'm so happy with how it looks. I really am. I'm so pleased to see this all getting constructed and just the progress that's been made. It is really nice. I do feel like we should probably get another herbalist at some point, but we'll deal with that eventually. This is ready to go. So let's do sheep, and let's get another 2 herdsmen, and let's split you. So they're going to head off that way. We are going to want to figure out what to do in these areas. I believe you are still... Yeah, you're still doing... You're still doing cherries, right? So basically, we should just get a bunch of cherry farms. That might be an idea. Certainly wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's do cattle just in there. And get 2 more herdsmen. And what we'll do is head over and grab the cattle farm and tell it to... oh, I can't actually split it. That's kind of annoying. I think what I'll maybe do then is say... dump them out into one of the other ones. I dump them out into that other farm, so it's sort of grouped with the other animals. And we'll split it... We'll split the cattle into this one at some point. We'll get some sheep in there at some point. I really shouldn't set these guys to work right now, though. So turn that off, so it doesn't actually need anyone to work there. Turn that one off as well. So they aren't currently working. That's fine. And this one over here, I'm actually going to change it so it's going to have, I think sheep as well, maybe. Yeah, I'll do sheep. Do sheep over that way. Then, split... No, that's the cattle. Split this one. So a bunch of the sheep are going to head over to one of the other farm, I think. Hopefully. This guy here, there are 5 cattle there, that's fine. Yeah, that seems fine. This area is going to build up eventually. Everything's going to be great. I could maybe do with a forester's lodge somewhere to start filling out some of this space, which I would really like to do. But the problem is... Forester's lodges need, like, 4 people. So, I don't necessarily think that's what I want to do just yet. Not necessarily convinced. I will say that maybe I should take people out of the quarry. I don't know if we need as much... We have a lot of stone. I don't know if we need more right now. I don't know. I don't think we need it. But I think I'll keep it for the time being, just to be sure. Just to be nice and safe. I think we'll keep that stone. This area up here is doing fine. What have you... You've hit the limit of 20,000 wood? Okay, go to like 30,000 then. Why not? Go to 30,000 wood. We'll see what happens. I will say this area looks really nice with the grown trees around it, which is why I want to do the same thing in here. I just think it would look nice. And I know I could have just said to build all this stuff in the area with the trees there without tearing them all down, and then it would have had trees around it. But, it makes it easier to build when you completely clear the space, because you can actually see what's going on. So that's kind of why I cleared it out. I'd also like to have a look at production for last year. Production for last year was fine. Production for this year is obviously going to be low, since, you know, we haven't harvested yet. But hopefully we'll be okay. That is certainly the hope and certainly the plan. These houses up here have already filled out, which is great stuff. Tell you what, I could do a little tunnel through there and get some people fishing back that way. Speaking of which, fishing is something I need to stay on top of, because fishing's very good. And gathering. Basically, anything that can bring me food all year round is something I absolutely want to stay on top of. I might put a little fishing pier up here as well. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. And I'm looking here, you have some coats and some stuff, some steel tools. I'm gonna dismiss you, because I'm not all that interested in buying anything from you, so you can get lost, buddy. And to be honest, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. We have managed to finally get some cattle. We have a bunch of big fields over here. We have not currently got the ability to split the cattle to anywhere else. I wonder if I were to... no, let's just disable that again. Yeah, we'll split the cattle eventually. Once we get a bunch of them, we can get a bunch more leather. We can start making warmer clothes. That said, we haven't really had all that many complaints about being cold. We do have a bunch more firewood as well, so that's going well. I think generally it's safe to say that things are going pretty well for Yonkers. We are at 382 adults. We do have 108 kids though, so... I mean... I think at this point, we're getting to the point where eventually, for one, there is going to be... Okay, let me rephrase that. I think we are sort of in the midst of a population boom, which is great. That's definitely needed, as you can see by the amount of kids being born. It's definitely needed. We need to fill up the schools, and if we can manage to fill up the schools and keep them filled, then what's going to happen is a lot of kids are immediately going to go through and become laborers, which is kind of something I need. But I need to keep the schools filled. And then we go from there. Now, 58 people in schools is fine. But it needs to be higher, obviously. We could definitely look into maybe closing one of the schools again to force some laborers out. But that kind of puts us back in the same old situation where eventually that's not going to work. What we actually need is the schools to be consistently pumping out 1 or 2 laborers and then immediately filling again. That's kind of what I want to see, because then we have a mix of skilled and unskilled laborers who can do various jobs and do them at different levels of efficiency, and that doesn't leave us in a situation where I empty a school and then it slowly fills up again, so we don't have any new laborers coming in for quite a while. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Basically, I want to keep things balanced. I want to make sure that we don't mess things up and end up in this situation again. So my thinking is that we keep the schools open. As they're currently full, that's going to be a good thing. Someone just became a laborer, yet the school's still of 60 people and there hasn't been a new student, so it's already working. And a lot of kids have just been born. Jesus. Yeah, that's worrying. A lot of kids are being born. The population of adults is dropping. The population of kids is increasing. I'm legitimately concerned about what's going on here. I think the children are murdering the adults. That's what I think's happening. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. So thank you kind of for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!